Hi guys, I'm Kyla and welcome back to the Infinite Library. This is just going to be a very quick video. I have like 10 minutes before I start work, but the Goodreads winners are out, so I figured we'd take a look together at what the results are and see if what I think won. Very intrigued to see. As always, I take these kind of Goodreads Choice Awards with a big pinch of salt. I don't think they're particularly great. They're not very diverse, as you've heard me rant about before in my other reaction and prediction videos, but it's always interesting to see what ends up winning the popularity vote, and sometimes it's very predictable. So let's go have a look now. 7,516,397 votes cast. Okay, yeah, fiction, my friends. I really did expect that one to win. That's not a surprise. Yeah, by a landslide as well. 167,000 votes. Then Wild Dark Shore, which I've heard really good things about. Correspondent did better than I thought it was going to. Where Emperor Gladness, there we go. That's the one I voted for. That did not do well. That's kind of a shame. I really thought that would do better, but I've also heard no one talk about it. So I guess it hasn't had the hype that I think some of these others have had, sadly. Go down and see where everything... Oh, Cursed Daughters only just missed the cutoff point then. That's a shame. And yeah, that is the fiction category. As you can see, I've read none of these books, so I don't really have any thoughts about them. But yeah, fully was expecting it. I am going to be trying to read My Friend soon, as well as Emperor Gladness, so I guess I'll be able to make my own decision about which book I think is the best one. Right, historical, I have no clue. Probably Taylor Jenkins Reid, because it's Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yeah, there we go. Won by a landslide again as well. 254,000, and the runner-up is 97,000. My gosh. I don't think I even voted in this category because I hadn't read any of them. No. Oh, The Hounding just missed out. That is the only horror. Homeseeking I've heard good things about. Oh, I voted for Junie in the first round. I couldn't remember what I voted for, but that one sounded interesting. I do actually want to read the Homeseeking book, so I'm going to add that. A shame that the trans one ended up being so far down, but also not surprising. Is it trans or is it gay? It is trans, yeah. But yeah, nothing that surprising. I'm intrigued by the Amalfi Curse as well. I feel like Broken Country is the type of book that is just not for me, sadly. First Witch of Boston did pretty good though. But yeah, nothing too shocking there. Mystery thriller, let's see. Is it going to be Frida McFadden, or is someone else going to pip her to the post? Holly Jackson! I was right. I did think she was in the running to win because she has won so many times in the YA category, and I thought that could carry her over. Closer in terms of the votes though, Frida McFadden came second, then Richard Osman, who I also thought was going to give a run for the money, and Beautiful Ugly, which I also thought could have won. I think Vera Wong is what I voted for, but maybe I didn't vote for anything in the second time around, I don't remember. Respectful, I'm glad it's beaten the Dan Brown book, to be honest. There you go, I voted for Heartwood just because I thought it sounded more interesting than some of the other ones, but it didn't make the top 10. The Reese Witherspoon book is right at the bottom. That doesn't surprise me. Ashamed to see the John Mars book down here. Okay, here's the other two Frida McFadden books that didn't make it. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm not mad about this. I'm just honestly glad it's not Frida McFadden. I'd have been happy with anybody who isn't Frida McFadden winning, to be honest. Because I don't think her books are bad, don't get me wrong, but I do just think they're popcorn thrillers with not a lot of substance to them. So I'd rather something that hopefully has a bit more substance wins. And yeah, I feel like this book is. Okay, romance, let's see. Is it indeed, as I expect, Emily Henry, or is any of the other authors going to give her a run for the money? There we go, Emily Henry, expected. Yeah, Abby Jimenez came second, which was the other one that I thought could have possibly win. One Girl in Summer did good though. There's Ali Hazelwood, that is who I voted for on the second. For some reason, this is only showing like my first vote. because as you can see, I voted for Kennedy Ryan as like one of the only BIPOC authors in this round, and I actually really want to try her books. I'm not surprised that it's not getting through though, because it is a sequel. But I'm sad it says low down. And look, this is the other BIPOC author that we had, other than Luce Anna Huang, sorry. This was like really low down, which is a shame to see. There's the other Ali Hazelwood. Favourites did pretty well. That came in 5th. Yeah, this is basically what I expected. Not as big of a discrepancy between 1st and 2nd place. But I've heard no one really talking about this Abby Jimenez book, sadly. I feel like it wasn't as well liked. Oh, it's a Greek romance. That actually intrigues me a little bit more, but I've never read an Abby Jimenez. I will try her at some point, but I don't know, she'll be for me. I didn't like the only Emily Henry book I have read, but I do want to try more by her. Okay, Romantasy. Let's see if Onyx Storm did it, or if one of the other really big ones will have beaten it. Onyx Storm. Oh god, that's depressing, seeing Alchemized in 2nd place. Night in the Moth, though, at 3rd. Mate, Shield of Sparrows. Oh, Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I'm glad that actually did decently well. I voted for Emily Wilde in the 1st round, and then I voted for Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping in the 2nd round because I really wanted to rep the diversity in the category, and because I think Emily Wilde is more fantasy than romantasy. Wild Reverence did not do well. Bonds of Hercules, I'm not surprised about. I don't think many people like this series, even though I like this series. There's the other two Hermione's. Mortal did not do that well. That's a shame. Silver Elite, I thought, could have really given for a run for the money for the top place, but apparently not. But yeah, this is pretty much expected. I'm shocked that Emily Wilde did worse than Accomplice to the Villain, but I'm honestly just pleased that a Hermione didn't win. I don't even care that it's a book that I don't think many people have liked. With Onyx Storm, I haven't read yet. I've only read Fourth Wing, which I actually really liked, but I haven't got around to carrying on the series, and I've not heard great things about the rest of the series. I'm just pleased that Hermione but didn't win, because that would have been so depressing. Right, fantasy. Oh, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I thought it could have given Brandon Sanderson a run for its money, but I wasn't sure about it. The recency bias really did not work in Brandon Sanderson's favour then. Catabathus came 2nd, and Wind and True 3rd. Interesting. I'm not totally mad about this. I really did like this book. It wasn't a 4-star. It wasn't a 5-star for me, sorry. It was a 4-star. But overall, I did enjoy it. And I feel like it did really have the buzz this year that I've only seen for Catabathus. Wind and Truth. There's the strength of the few. That's what I voted for in my 2nd round, I think. I'm not surprised this didn't make it to the top. I thought it could have given it a run for its money, but it literally just came out. So I just didn't think enough people would have read it in time. The Sirens did better than I thought it was going to. That's nice to see. River Has Roots. Drop of Corruption literally just popped out at the top 10. That was my first vote. Ooh, Incandescent in last place. That hurts. I really liked that book, actually. That was my book club book last month. And the few people that actually got around to reading it really liked it. I didn't vote for it because it was a 4-star, but ouch. Not surprised to see Gareth Brown down here, unfortunately. I was really glad to see that his book made it in here, but as you can see, I didn't love this book. I much prefer Book of Doors by him. I'm not mad about that, honestly. Not mad. That's actually a decent chunk of difference as well between 1st and 2nd place. I am going to be reading Catabathus soon, and Strength of the Few soon, and I also have The Devils to read. I do have The Raven Scholar. As you can see, I've not read very many of them this time around. I've only read Incandescent, Society of Unknowable Objects, The River Has Roots, which I really liked, actually. I almost voted for this. And Bury Our Bones. I read the winner, at least, which is good. I've not read many of the winners. Right, sci-fi. I'm going to guess it's the Adrian Tchaikovsky book or the John Scalzi book. I've only read one of the sci-fi, though. Definitely author. I wouldn't be mad about if that makes it, though. Oh, The Compound! I did not see that coming. I actually do have this to read at some point. I didn't think this worked for many people, so I'm really shocked to see this here. Like, as you can see, it doesn't get anywhere near as many votes. Ooh, The Book of Lost Hours. I think that Lit Couture read this and really enjoyed it, so I should really give this one a try at some point. Poppy Files I do want to read. Death of the Author came 4th. Oh, that's really nice to see. Of Monsters and Mainframes did pretty well. I'm really happy about that. John Scalzi came after. Automatic Noodle did really well, which is another one I want to read. Oh, Adrian Tchaikovsky came pretty much at the bottom of the top 10. Oh, there's Hammerjang Look. That's what I voted for in my first round. It actually did decently well. It only just got knocked out of the first top 10. Cool. Yeah, I'm surprised, but not mad about that, honestly. Okay, horror. I know my pick won't have won. I know The Lamb isn't going to take it. I just want it to not be Stephen King. Maybe Grady Hendrix. I don't care who it is. I just don't want it to be Never Flinch. Oh my god, yes! Thank God! Oh, it was tight as well. There was 2,000 votes between them. But he did it. I'm so happy. Good job, Grady Hendrix. It was his year. Oh, Buffalo Hunter came 3rd. I'm happy about that. Bewitching came 4th. Oh, Play Nice did really well. Bat Eater. That was pretty respectful, actually, for Bat Eater. Hungerstone. I didn't like Hungerstone. We Love You, Bunny. Possession of Alba Diaz. Oh, The Lamb was at the very bottom of the top 10, which I'm kind of sad about. I loved this book. This was my favourite book. Yeah, this was a 5-star, and then I had 2 other 5 stars, which didn't make it to the top 10, which is Blood on Her Tongue and Immaculate Conception. Oh, Breathe In, Bleed Out. I just finished this yesterday, and I really enjoyed it, actually, but it is unfortunately the bottom place. I'm sad to see What Hunger being as low as this, because I thought it was really good. And there's the Darcy Coates. The Haunting of Payne's Hollow did better than all of these. No, I don't agree with that. Oh, You Weren't Meant to Be Human and When the Wolf Comes Home just missed out on the top 10. I'm glad to see they got this amount of votes, actually, though. Yeah, interesting. I am mad about Stephen King being second, because he really shouldn't have been this high up, because I thought this book was awful. But I'm not mad about this top 5. I'm kind of surprised to see Rachel Harrison this high up, but I think people have really liked this book this year. Happy to see the Mona Awa book be this high up. And yeah, I just wish that The Lamb had got better votes, but I think it was very much a hit or a miss book for a lot of people. So, on to the last categories. Debut novel. I voted for When the Tides Hit the Moon, or whatever it's called. I don't know what's going to make this, to be honest. Let's find out. Ugh. Yeah. Alchemized by an absolute landslide. That is depressing. I have nothing against the literacy of this book, don't get me wrong. I've heard decent things about it, and I feel like because it's very chunky and it's been getting a lot of hype this year, I just didn't want Hermione to win. When the Tides Hit the Moon didn't do too bad, though. It made it to 5th place, which is decent. Yeah, I wasn't super interested in a lot of the books in here, to be honest, sadly. Happy to see The Correspondent do well, and I've heard really good things about the names. Powered by a huge and ferociously loyal online fan base. Moving on. Oh, to the other really bad category. Audiobook. Okay, Onyx Storm. I know Tiff says that the audiobooks for these are dreadful, but I'm just glad Alchemize and the Harry Potter didn't win, so I'll take it. Quite honestly, yeah, there's the Harry Potter book. Okay, Alchemize actually was quite low in this list. That is a relief. But yeah, I really don't care about this category, so moving on. Young adult fantasy and sci-fi. Ooh, I don't know what I think is gonna actually do this one. Oh wait, it's fantasy and sci-fi. It's gonna be Sunrise and the Reaping. What else is it gonna be? Yeah, there we go. By a landslide. Look at the discrepancy between the votes, 300,000, and then Fearless is 65,000. That's so funny. Glad to see Rebel Witch got this high up though. Hazelthorn is what I voted for both times around. I wish this could have been a bit higher, but I was just happy to see it in the top 10, to be honest. Wasn't crazy in Our Infinite Fate, sadly. Oh, there's the Rose Bargain. Heavenly Tyrant at almost the bottom of the top 10. I'm kind of happy about that. I did not like that sequel. Language of Dragons, I wish this had done better. And yeah, that is the YA round, exactly what I expected it to be. And I'm not mad about it, like, justified in this case. I haven't read it yet, but I am going to be reading it soon, hopefully. Yeah, this is about what I expected. Right, YA fiction. I don't know for this one, to be honest. I do not know what was popular. I voted for the Anna Liang in the second round because Say a Little Prayer that I voted for in the first round didn't make it. But let's see what won. Oh, okay, Fake Skating. Oh, I thought the Jennifer Lynn Barnes could have won. This is, yeah, a YA romance kind of thing. This is the teen version, I assume, of the hockey romance. So, yeah, then the Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Dating and Dragons did pretty well. The new E. Lockhart. I Am Not Jessica Chen did not do as well as I thought it was going to. I really enjoyed this book, though. Yeah, here's all the queer ones. Oh, and they were roommates, only just missed out from being in top 10. Ooh, right down at the bottom. That hurts a little bit. Also, Needy Little Things. I really thought this would be a good one as well. Okay, non-fiction. I don't know, quite honestly. I'm hoping the one I voted for did reasonably well, but I've literally read none of these books. So, I don't know. I think I voted for One Day Everyone Will Have Been Against This. Oh, okay, yeah, John Green. I'm not mad about that. I've heard really good things about this book. Won also by a landslide. I've heard not good things about the Let Them theory. I think I've heard everybody complaining as soon as they've seen this in here. Oh, okay, this one made third. I'm not unhappy about that. Service Berry is one that actually sounds interesting. Then we've got all these other ones. Oh, Black and Blues only just missed out on the top 10 spot. Okay, I'm not upset about this. Right, moving on. Memoir. Which one is going to do it? I've not really read any of the memoirs. I was interested in two of them, which is the Tim Curry one and Raising Hair, and Raising Hair didn't make it to top 10. I'm going to guess either the Jeremy Renner one, or there was this other one that everyone was talking about by a woman. I'll know it when I see it. I can't remember the title, but it may have won. It did win, okay. Actually, no, Nobody's Girl was the one I was thinking possibly could have made it, but I've heard good things about this one. So, yeah, I'm not upset to see this here. Malala one did well. There's Jeremy Renner at 4th place. Tim Curry right at the bottom. Raising Hair just missed out on being in top 10. That's a shame. I really am interested in this one. Yeah, nothing super surprising here. So on to the final category, history and biography. I voted for the Jane Austen book. Literally nothing else interests me in this category, so I just hope it did respectively well, I think. Respectfully well. Ow, T. Right, let's find out what won. Ah, okay. How to Kill a Wit, the Patriarchy's Guide to Silencing Women. I'm intrigued by this one. So, I'm actually not super mad about this. Jane Austen's bookshelf came second. Okay. And then we get into all the others, which I don't really care for. So yeah, that's it. That's the awards. A lot of what I expected, to be honest, but a couple of surprises there. I did not expect this to win the sci-fi. I did think Bury Our Bones could have won fantasy, but I really did think that Brandon Sanderson would win out in the end, or Calabasas. Really happy about Grady Hendrix winning horror. I'm not mad about this. Pretty happy about Holly Jackson actually winning mystery thriller, just because it isn't a Frida McFadden book. Fiction, historical, romance, romantasy, predictable, to be honest. We're not going to talk about debut novel or audiobook for that matter. Predictable for YA fantasy. Didn't actually predict this for YA fiction, but I'm sure it's probably a good book. And you know what? I probably would read all 3 of these at the bottom, and that doesn't happen very often. So yeah, that is it, I guess, for the awards. It was interesting. I always like doing this every year. It's just a little bit of fun. It's very silly, but it's interesting to see what people vote for, and of course what Goodreads pick. But I have to go to work, so I'm gonna shoot. But I will see you again in another video soon, I'm very sure. I'm working on another video at the moment, which is following up on my reading all the horror books in the category. I have done a whole video where I read all the horror, by the way, if you want to check that out. I read all 20 books. And I've got a follow-up video coming where I basically have read a whole bunch of other horror books that came out this year, which didn't make it into the awards. So look out for that coming later this month. Until next time, stay safe, stay cozy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!